Gary, you mentioned obviously in the week after the infield game that Newry had come down here twice last season and beat us. Unfortunately, it's happened again. What are your thoughts after
Yeah,
that?
again, we didn't concede really anything to them in the first half, and then the next thing it's one ball up. They win the first ball, they win the second ball, and then Larkin Ford's left 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and scores. And we got into some really good areas in the first half, and our quality wasn't good. In wide areas, and weren't getting enough people in the box as well. And then we get them in at half time. We obviously changed it and put an extra midfielder in there. Thought we'd come into the last 10 minutes of the first half, and then we come out in the second half and I said, listen, we don't concede early. We concede a really poor goal. Peter's under no pressure, and he tries to clear the ball. It's a missed clearance. They break. Two of our players dive in to play a 1-2 and a cross, and all of a sudden 5 minutes into the second half, after half-time team talk, we're 2-0 down, and all of a sudden we look nervous all over the pitch. Then we do get a goal back. You think, well, this will give us a lift, and again we get a set piece, and if you looked at the difference, they've sprinted forward, and again we've made a poor decision in terms of trying to tackle instead of showing him wide. He's cut inside and he's broke through and he's scored. But the difference is we're in the box and we've delivered a ball into the box, and their players have broke out quicker. And again, we need to be better at that. It's a poor result. Disappointed. Really, really disappointed today. It hurt because again, the 3 goals we conceded today. It's a bit like a Cliftonville one. Where the goals. It's not good enough defensively, and it's not about, again, it's not about them cutting us open or playing stuff through like the Joel Cooper goal as we talked about the other night. That's a good goal, but today for us it's again stuff that we should be better at as individuals, and we know that, and they know it in there, and they're hurting, and they've come off the back of 3 really difficult games, and again it's hard when you come off the back of 3 games like that and you've been defeated 3 games, but we certainly need better than that, and we certainly need a lot more than that today.
I suppose looking at it from a stats point of view, which doesn't always tell the truth, but it's now 4 games, 11 goals conceded, 3 goals scored.
Yep, and then listen, you know yourself, the stats tell you that, that defensively it hasn't been good enough, and we've tried 4, we've tried 5, because at the minute, obviously, with defenders out, obviously Quinny out and Morty out at the minute, and we've also Sean and Danny missed pre-season, so we were thinking, is it fair on them to play him in as a 2, because we knew all our centre halves, so we ended up moving Isaac in there to try and protect that. I thought for a large part on Tuesday that worked, but today we've went into the 5 again today, and when we were going forward we were looking at 3-4-3, so we'd extra attacking options, but again, when you concede the first goal and the second goal the way and the manner we do it, it doesn't really matter what shape you play. You can't concede silly goals like that, and it gives you a mountain to climb, and that's what it done today for us.
As you said there, obviously it looked at one point the comeback was certainly on. It was one positive is Peter's got a goal. It was a good finish. It was a good set piece. Are there any other positives you can take from that game?
None today. None. It's a bit like a Cliftonville game, and I'll always be honest about my assessment. I did get positives out of Linfield. I did get positives out of Glentoran, but against Cliftonville there was no positives, and today there was no positives either. Even defensively, it doesn't lie. We've conceded 11 goals. Yes, we're playing 3 top sides, but still we've conceded 11 goals. And if you break them down, there's only really the Joel Cooper goal that was special, and you hold your hands up and say it's a great finish. The first goal against Glentoran, the first game of the season, we switched off from a bounce ball and we haven't marked the man in the box. The 3 goals against Cliftonville were really poor. It was one ball over the top. The second one, we fell over in the box. We've got across too quickly, and they've scored from that. And obviously the third one was a quick free kick. We didn't get our boys behind the ball. They've played it, put Joe in. Again, today the 3 goals. There's none of them that they've had to play quality football. One of them was just at the end. The third one that killed the game for us was just heart and desire from them of getting out and getting onto that ball. And we should have had that heart and desire to get back as well, but we didn't.
Looking forward then, it's again a bit of a shorter turnaround. Friday night we're away at Loughgall. They started the season for a promoted team quite well. 6 points, 4 games, 1 game today.
Yeah.
What do we do going into that?
Yeah, promoted teams always, you've seen it last year when Newry as well, they come up with confidence from winning the league and from winning games of football. They very rarely get beat in the league last year, and that breeds confidence, and then they come into a new league, and it's great for them. And you see it every year. Every year, the team that gets promoted, they always start well. They always come into the league, and they make life difficult. I watched the Glentoran game back there last night, and as I said, they made it difficult for Glentoran as well, and they caused them problems. So we know what to expect. As I said, this year, Dave, to be fair, this year there's not going to be any easy games. It's going to be a really, really difficult. Every other club has brought in players, they're spending money, so it's not going to be easy against any team. And as I said, that's the situation that we're in now as a football club. It's going to be difficult. And every game's going to be hard if you're not on it, and your attitude's not right, and your desire's not right. We need that first and foremost. And again, we have to stop giving away silly goals and defend better, because you can't give goals to teams in this league and give them a goal lead on you and let them have confidence from that, and then it creates a nervousness around the team. We need to make sure we don't concede that first goal, and we score the first goal, and then work off that. And unfortunately in the 4 games now, we've conceded the first goal.